No, it's not a crime being a fresher. Remember this. As a chemical science graduate or postgraduate, you have to keep this in your mind that you are not a criminal, that you are a fresher. Okay. You finish your graduation or post graduation doesn't make you a criminal. What makes you a criminal is making mistakes, right? So making mistakes is a crime, but what if we could learn from someone else's mistake, right? So learn from my mistakes and various other people of Rasainika who have done similar mistakes. Today I've compiled a list which I'm going to present in front of you. That'll help you, avoid those pitfalls, avoid those mistakes, and become successful faster. So to start with, I'm going to do a knowledge transfer worth probably more than a lakh rupees. But to catch all of that, make notes, take pen and paper, because that's how we all learn, right? Just thinking and imagining is not enough. So to start with, the number one point I wanted to share is theoretical knowledge is not enough. You are in a chemical sciences industry. Anything, whatever happens in the lab. Of course, you need a strong theoretical knowledge, but nowhere you should have that overconfidence that I know everything. Because the day you have that as a fresher, that I know everything, then you are not learning and then you will not grow in your career. So that's the point number one. The second is practical ability is essential. Expose yourself to the laboratory as much as you can. It's like if in 24 hours you want to expose, say, 12 hours into the lab, just do it, because the more you are in the lab, the more lab skills you're learning, the more things you ingrain in yourself, that will go on with you forever, okay, as a professional. So that's something you should remember. The third thing which under this point is invest in genuine learning. Many people like, okay, I'll just stand in the lab and watch people doing. No, jump in, do it yourself, okay, and find out what it feels. Okay, the experiment may fail, the experiment may succeed, but don't be a spectator at the back and just quietly, safely watch how things are being done by some topper. No, you have to jump in, you have to do it yourself. Do not take knowledge on loan. You have to do your own, you have to imbibe your own knowledge, generate your own practical knowledge. Now, the second mistake which students make is communication skills can make you or break you. For example, I was sitting in an interview and the interviewer asked me about nucleophilic substitution reaction, and I heard it as some other reaction, and then it became a big mess, right? So you should know that anything in chemistry are very similar, okay? So say stereochemistry or enantiomers, very similar points. So what happens is then if you are not communicating in an effective way, he may not understand, and then he may reject you, right? For example, somebody said that, why don't you do this? And I said, I want to do it. And he heard, I won't do it. So he was like, you don't want to do this? So communication is very important. Be very clear with your words. Listen actively what is being asked. Reply to the right questions and learn to ask right questions, and keep calm. Collaborate. Have patience and stay calm and understand the problem, and then accordingly you respond. So that's communication. The third mistake freshers do is they jump to conclusion without following lab safety. Lab safety is important. Safety is the priority. Follow rules and regulations, standard operating procedures, be prepared for anything, and be ready and know how to use a fire extinguisher, know how to use harmful chemicals, know when to wear the gloves and when to wear the mask, and dispose of the chemical reagents responsibly. You don't just throw it in the basin, you have to throw it in the right manner. So that's very important. Now, the fourth mistake students do is networking and soft skills. So they forget to connect with the college and peers. Like, I was very shy child, so I will not go and network with people. But then what happened is, my classmate is the head of a big government organization. My other junior is a big researcher in US. But then later on, like 10 years later, I got to know this. But if I had networked with them, I would have become, I would have learned something bigger for them, right? From them. So that's where connect with your college, your peers, your juniors, seniors, LinkedIn, everything. Soft skills are game changers. So learn new soft skills, okay? Collaboration, leadership, and communication. These are three skills. Of course, teamwork is very important. And have a positive attitude. Don't think that, okay, no, I don't want this. I know everything. Don't have that attitude. Instead, have a positive attitude that you can grow in this industry if you put in effort, okay? And all my videos, I say this, you need 4 ingredients for success. The first is, of course, effort. The second is strategy. Third is technology. And the fourth is your teamwork. So you have to work as a team. So you have to balance the technology and effort and strategy, and then you see how you grow as a person. Now, soft skills are important. Like I said, critically thinking, correlating two things which are unrelated, and then you combine. And then, for example, your experiments are not happening at the room temperature. Probably the temperature needs to be changed, or the pressure. So, you think out of the box. You have to be creative with your experiments. You have to be creative with your way of doing things. You have to adapt to the situation and be resilient. Okay. And then, of course, you need to persevere. I remember an experiment where the room temperature itself was 48 degree, and we were sitting in Rajasthan and doing this experiment, but the room temperature required was 32. So what we did, we refrigerated, we created a controlled environment, and then we did the experiment. So what happens is soft skills and perseverance and adaptability and resilience comes into picture when things are not going your way. So to conclude, never stop learning. Keep safety as your priority, and of course, continue building on your soft skills, continue learning new things so that you don't make all of these mistakes, and then finally you come out successful. You commit a mistake and then learn from it. It's a longer process, and then it burns your finger because you have to take all the bad and negative part of the results. Instead, if you just follow whatever I said in this video, you are going to be successful because you have learned from someone else's mistake and you are growing your way. So these are the pointers I wanted to make. Let me know in the comment section which pointers I missed or you would like to add, and then we can have a collaborative learning environment only at Rasaynika. Thank you so much for watching, and stay subscribed to Rasaynika channel. See you soon in the next one. Till then, keep shining. Bye-bye.